if I find myself with a lot of leftovers going down in my refrigerator, it's a corn night. And tonight, it's a corn night. So follow along. Hi, I'm Darlene and welcome to Super at 60. Today I have some leftovers, and we all have leftovers at some point in our kitchens and our refrigerators. Last night I cooked up a whole chicken. It was a small chicken, a little roaster, but it came out really delicious, and really we only ate half of it. So the other half is there, so I have to decide, what do I do with that other half? And I have some little round potatoes, so I can do something with those. I just don't know what. I really just don't know what. I mean, there are so many gazillions of things to think of. Your chicken pot pie, which we had just recently, so I don't want to do that again. I could throw the whole thing into a stock pot with some chicken broth here, and just make some kind of soup. After all, I am super at 60. And then I have some creamed corn that I could use up, because I like to use up. This is what I call a corn night at our house. We would have a corn night every once in a while, and my children all knew that that meant clean out refrigerator night, okay? So if I find myself with a lot of leftovers going down in my refrigerator, it's a corn night. So I've been chopping away, trying to get things ready, and this is what I have so far. I have some of those little round potatoes, and this is all the chicken that I got cut off from the carcass. I hate that word. And here's the green beans, here's the cream corn, and I had a little bit of onion back there. Some other things that I kind of pulled out that I thought might be possibilities. These corn flakes for, I don't know, maybe crushing them up and using on top with a little bit of melted butter. Yep, I think that might work. A little bit of chicken broth if I find it getting a little bit too thick. And then this con queso dip, I think that might be good. And then a little bit of sour cream to kind of whip it all together. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and we'll just see what kind of concoction that we come up with. Now I am just estimating, okay? I think we need a little bit of moisture here, so I'm going to put in about, I'm going to say roughly about a third of a cup of some chicken broth, just to moisten it up a little bit, because you will need that. It does need to bake, so yeah. I'm thinking about seasonings, you know, if I need any seasonings in here at all, but the chicken itself, the potatoes, everything's been seasoned when it cooks, so I'm not going to put anything in there quite yet. All right, let's add, okay. Let me just put this for you, because this is funny. It's not funny. It's not funny, but you know, it's real life. A word of caution: do not, please, do not open your sour cream unadvised. And what I mean by that is just be careful, maybe over the sink or whatever, because this is what happened. I had no idea. I just thought, hey, it's sour cream, let's open it up. Oh, no, I'm not done yet. No, all the way down. Yep, oh yeah, all the way down to the bottom. So that will be a fun mess for me to clean up in just a second here. But anyway, I'm not gonna let it upset me. And we're gonna go on. How does that look? I think it looks pretty darn good, actually. It's got a lot of nice color. There are great flavors in there. I do not see why this should not be yummy. You know, the more I look at this, the more I'm thinking that this con queso dip is not gonna work. Yeah, I just think that there's really no Mexican type taco flavoring in here. So I think I'm just gonna keep it like Americana. Maybe I'll grab a cream of mushroom soup or a cream of chicken soup. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I'll do. Be right back. All right, I am going to add this little cream of chicken soup here. I think it'll be perfect. Just kind of bring it all together. I think one of the most important things you need to know when you're putting a casserole together is moisture. You have to have moisture, and plenty of it. Now, you don't want to go from a casserole to a soup, but yeah, moisture. Because it is going to go in the oven at high heat and cook. Okay. All right, and there it goes. Now that's moisture. It really is, between that can of soup, the little bit of broth we put in there, and the sour cream. This is going to be delicious. I can tell already. And we've used up everything I had in my refrigerator. But right now, we're going to pour this casserole fixins into a nice casserole bowl. I love this little casserole bowl. And then I'm going to top it with some crushed cornflakes and a little bit of melted butter on top, just to keep it nice and crispy. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. Actually, I won't put the butter on until I'm just ready to pop it in the oven. So I'll put it in the refrigerator, and then when I'm ready to put it in the oven and get it started, heat it up, I will go ahead and put the butter on top, and that'll keep it nice and crispy for us. So here we go. flakes all ready. This is what I do when they go inside the box, and we've used some of the cereal, but not all of it. I make sure that the bag is clipped, and then it goes back into the box, so we remember exactly what kind of cereal it is. Sometimes it's hard to know, okay? So it's just a little clip. These things are the best. I love them. They can go on any kind of bag, anything. All right, so I'm gonna take out a few. I'm gonna stick a bunch of them, pour a bunch of them down into my bag here. Let's hope this doesn't make a mess, but you never know. All right, is that enough? No, a little bit more. See, it's just, whoops. See, I did make a mess. One more time. One more time. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss those right on top. But I want these to be nice and finely chopped. So just give them a good old crunch. You can get out your rolling pin if you want, but you don't really have to. You can just take something like something like this and just kind of give them a good bash. And you can use breadcrumbs too. I think panko crumbs would be excellent here. I think also if you want to use those French fried onions, like I said before, you could easily just put those on top. But since we're so close to Thanksgiving and I'm going to be using those with my green beans, I just want to use something different. So, okay, now let's get these spread on our casserole. Take a handful. There you go. Might as well just go ahead and put the rest on. And then just kind of spread them out, just like that. Okay? All right. That is what I call a corn casserole, okay? That's it. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I have pretty much cleaned out my refrigerator. I'll show you. Because the reason I like to have them cleaned out is because then at least you have room when you go to the grocery store, and I will be going really soon. All right, so here's the refrigerator, all cleaned out, all the shelves. Okay, everybody always thinks I have so many eggs, but we go through eggs a lot, and eggs last a long time. So everything is nice and clean, ready for the Thanksgiving stuff. I do have my turkey in the freezer that I have to bring upstairs, and I keep forgetting to do that, which is not very smart because I'm gonna find myself the night before with a hard as rock turkey that I didn't do. So I have to make a note to make sure that I do that, because that would be a disaster. So anyway, oh, while I'm doing this, let me show you my new stove. I am so excited. It's fairly similar to what we had before, but I like it. I really like it. I love the knobs on it. It's got that quick boil feature, and it's got the warm plate, or warm zone as they call it. I had that on my other stove and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to make sure that I had that. Another thing that I really enjoy down here, I really wanted those rolling racks, you know, that you could just easily roll out, but they didn't offer it for this one. But I do like this feature. You see right in here, this is really nice. You can just grab it so nice with a pot holder, of course, and put it back. And I also found that many ovens today don't even offer 3 racks. They come with 2. Now we do have an air fryer as well, which I've not even yet used. I'm gonna have to, I need your help on that because I have no clue how to use that. I think I'm gonna make a recipe that I have made before called Mom's Buttery Biscuits. So here we go. We're gonna need some baking powder. We are gonna need some good old flour, obviously. We're gonna need some butter. We don't need 2 sticks, we need 1 stick. The extra 2 tablespoons are to be melted and just kind of brushed over the tops of the biscuits. We have our baking powder, baking soda, and we have salt. I need some salt, hold on. You know, I forgot something kind of important. A bowl. Yep, that's kind of important. Yeah, let's get a large mixing bowl. Let's just get one out here. I do have one. In fact, I have lots of them. I mean, who doesn't? Okay, that's not large enough, but this one down here will do. I have this great little pull-out drawer down here that has all my baking stuff in it. And it's yeah, I'll just show you. Come here. Right here, this is where I was digging around. It has all my baking stuff, my flavorings, a few of my spices. Let's see what's in here. I don't think there's anything in there right now. There's some cocoa. There's some honey back there, lots of cinnamon, pumpkin spice. So that just rolls out nicely. Love this feature. We just had these put in a few years ago. And then there's one on the bottom too that's just kind of, I really need to reorganize this. I know where everything is, but yeah, and I'm the only one who ever uses it. Let's be completely honest here. So, all right, here's the recipe that I'm using today. Y'all want to take a quick peek, just take a snapshot of it. Okay, I went ahead and added 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Then I need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And now I need a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. 1/4 teaspoon over here. Yeah. 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Put that in. All right. Now I need 3/4 of a teaspoon. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I like to use the pink Himalayan salt in everything, cooking, baking. It's pretty. Oops. So now we're going to add cold butter. A half a cup, which is a stick of butter, just like this. I just like to, I'll put it in there whole. Sometimes I actually grate it, like especially if I'm making scones, I will just grate it, and it takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it because it really, really does work. Okay, and we're gonna get this into small pieces, and then we are going to add the buttermilk, and I'll show you a little something about the buttermilk. Because I don't use buttermilk. I mean, I don't buy it. I don't believe I ever even have. Just make my own. Surely you've heard, you know by now how to do that. It won't be anything new. But here, I will finish this up for you guys. I'm just taking a knife, just like this, and giving it a good cut all the way through. I'm just giving it a little bit of a head start because I do need to get my fingers in there. I'm supposed to use my pastry blender. They frustrate me. I don't know. They just don't seem to work. Sometimes what I do, I'm not in a hurry, and I'm really not in a hurry today, but anyway, I'm going to add my perfectly clean fingers in here, maybe both. And the reason they don't want you to do this by hand, obviously, is because your hands are warm and that warms up the butter. They ask you to put in cold butter so that it stays cold. Okay, now. Never fails, you know, it just never fails. I'm a mess today. Okay, now I'm gonna make the buttermilk. All right, I have a cup of butter here, and I'm gonna put in a tablespoon and a splash. It's a little more than a splash of vinegar. And I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute and give it a little bit of a stir. And just let it set up for a second. Okay, so now this is turned into kind of coarse. It's almost, I would describe, cornmeal-ish, if you will, okay? All those little bits and pieces of butter are all worked in there. Yep, just like that. And they're all ready to accept this buttermilk, and that's just what we're gonna do right now. And then we're gonna gently stir it. Okay, yeah, see, can you see that? You really can't, can you? I wish you could, because it's great. I think it's great the way that it turns into buttermilk, just like that. All right, so now I'm gonna stir it up. Okay. Don't stir it to death, just enough to quickly wet everything. Okay, just kind of fold over. These are quick biscuits, but they're really good. Okay, there you go. That's it. All right, now, just really quickly, we're gonna put it out on the counter, and we're gonna knead it for just a second, and I really mean just a second. You don't wanna overdo it. And then we're gonna flatten it. We're gonna flatten it into a circle, and we're gonna make some biscuits. Yay! Oh, I had to wear black today. Look at that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and dump this out on the counter. I'm gonna put just a little sprinkle of flour, and I'm gonna put my dough right there. Okay, honestly, they just need they just need to knead. They just need a second to form, that's all. And yes, you can use a rolling pin if you like, but not necessary. And I'm gonna now this only makes a few biscuits, so it's perfect for Lou and I tonight. We don't have anybody else that's gonna be here. Otherwise, I would double it. Okay, now, these are my biscuit cutters, and I'm gonna just unlock them for the moment here. And I think what I'll do is I'll use the middle-sized ones. All right, so here we go. We're gonna cut our biscuits. Let me show you just real quick here, hang on. All right, this is what they look like from this angle. Golly, I'd say they're about an inch, at least an inch thick, which I think is perfect. Maybe even a little thicker in the middle, so I could squish them out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my biscuits. Remember, do not turn them back and forth. Just go in and up, because that makes them rise funny. They have like a funny little top when you do that. Uneven. Down and up, and sometimes they'll plop right out, which is good. Down, up. You can actually put them right on to your on-greased pan. There's a lot of butter in there, so that's all you need. All right, down, up, down, up. Just plop them on there. See, I think these are even big. Maybe even the smaller ones would have been better. But hey, I'm not gonna worry about that. And yes, you can re-roll them. Absolutely, you can re-roll them. I'm gonna flatten this one just a tad because I wanna get one more out of here. Yeah. All right, So let me go ahead and put these on our cookie sheet. They look beautiful and they feel really nice. You know, they've got a little bit of sticky quality to them, but not enough where you can't handle them. Okay. Okay, up. Yeah, this one's starting to get a little sticky. Should have a little bit more flour, but it's still gonna be great, really great. And I'll stick that on there too. And then this one, you don't wanna throw it out. No need to throw it out. Just press them down. As a matter of fact, a lot of people make biscuits just like this. They don't get fancy. They don't pull out a fancy biscuit cutter. Not at all. And I will put that on there. All right, at the moment, that's what that looked like. I am going to rearrange them so that they're just right. I'm gonna take the other 2 tablespoons of the butter that they asked for. I'm gonna melt it up real quick. I'm gonna brush it right over these little suckers, and I'll be back. Where's Brownie? Come here. You wanna go outside? Come here. You wanna go outside? Where are you? Aha, I found you. Ta-da, there's Brownie. Hi, Brownie. You a good girl? Do you have to go outside? Do you need to go outside? Run around? Chase all the chippies? Chippy's are squirrels. Wanna go get Chippy? Okay, let's go get Chippy. Come on. Come on. Ooh, it's chilly out today. Okay, here we go. Go get her. Go get Chippy. Go on, go get her. Go get her. Where'd you go? Oh, did you find her, huh? Get her. Get Chippy. No, she's just running, exercising those little tiny legs. She's a good buddy. Another tip I wanted to quickly share with you is when you need to melt butter. Have you ever put a stick of butter in your microwave and I hear this spurt, 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 and all of a sudden you open your microwave and you see that you have butter or whatever, but butter in this case I'm talking about just kind of on the ceiling of your microwave, on the sides of your microwave. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a mess to clean up. And yeah, it usually is. So a tip that I use, just go ahead and put your stick of butter in here. I use a 2-cup little pouring spout here, measuring cup. And I just, the paper that you take your butter out with, keep it. Toss it just gently over the top of your little pitcher here. Put it into the microwave, and any little spills that are gonna splash up, and they generally do, will hit the butter wrapper and not all over your microwave. Okay? And then when you're done, you just take it out, you throw it in the trash can, and you're good to go. All right, I think I'm gonna let my little doggy in. Brownie? Brownie? Hey, there you are. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Come on. All right, good job. I think I know exactly what you want. All right, sit. Stay. You gotta watch this. It's just hysterical. It's kind of mean, but hey. Stay. Brownie, stay. I can walk all the way around this house. You stay. I'm not going to right now, but I'll walk down here in the family room. Oh, so my little grandson's fun and adventure. And this is hysterical. There she is, sitting there, waiting for her treat. Good girl, go get it. All right, yay. Now that's a good dog. And there she is. Can you hear it? It is so hot. That is blueberry cranberry dump cake. I think it looks fabulous. We're gonna let it sit here. It's gonna firm up. And I'm gonna show you exactly what we're having for dinner tonight. All right, this is what we accomplished today here. We have a absolutely delicious looking blueberry cranberry dump cake. And I'm telling you guys, yeah, it smells so good. I mean, you just use your imagination. And look at these beautiful biscuits. They are high and lovely and golden toasty brown on the bottom. They're absolutely perfect. They're really light. And here's our casserole. Of course, I have not put it in the oven yet, but when I do, I think we're gonna really enjoy that. So that's dinner tonight. And of course, we serve everything here in this house with a little side of applesauce. I want to thank you so much for joining me today here on Super at 60. I hope you enjoyed everything that you saw. I hope that you will like and subscribe because I would love to have you in my kitchen each and every time I upload a new video. So hang in there with me. There's more to come. Bye-bye. Have a great, great night.